Welcome back, one and all. My name is Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Torment, Tides of Numenera. I am going to take a sip of milk. Unprofessional? Maybe. My throat was very dry. We are now at the anchorage.
Alright. I'm making a note.
This careworn woman is dressed in strange, ornate armor. Her bearing is military stiff, and her eyes roam constantly through the rest of her body, or though the rest of her body is under strict control. She addresses you in a glance. Outworlder, the bloom portal is open. It is good that you spoke to me first. Few Lascars speak your tongue. Officers mainly. She clucks her tongue. We need practice. Welcome to the anchorage. I am Captain Janur. This anchorage is my command. All you see is under my command. Explore our home if you like, but our traditions, respect them please. I met some of your crew in the bloom. Jimadar Araki and her crew. Arashi? She presses her hand to her chest and bows her head. Our thanks, Outworlder. From myself and from the crew. Should you see her again, please tell her that the way to the anchorage is open to her. I found this broken helm in the bloom. Her gaze looks down to the helm in your hands, then back up. She draws in a long, controlled breath. Achille. I knew she was lost to us, but take no pleasure in it. Thank you, Outworlder. Her family will be glad to have it back once you surrender it to me. She lifts her eyebrows expectantly. I listened to one of her memories. She thought she'd found something important. Disgust flashes across her stony face, and is just as quickly suppressed. I do not wish to hear of her private memories. Her thoughts are hers, and should die with her. The last sentence has a lilt to it, as if Janur is quoting a verse. The hard line of her mouth softens then. Achille was intelligent, adventurous, but prone to wild theories. Do not worry about her important discovery. Let it fade with her. I would like to hold on to her helm a while longer. I need to find what she discovered. She gives you a hard look. No. You cannot scavenge through her memories, because the helm is not tuned to you, and besides, it is forbidden. She falters, her mouth hanging open. I had this conversation once before. I had it with Achille. The corner of her mouth twitches, but she does not speak for a long moment. Fine, she says, sweeping her hand over her eyes. It would make her happy to know that her helm is carried by someone with her curiosity. Take it with her blessings. Achille's memory said that she needed to compare her data with the navigational cortex's archives.
Making a note.
Janur claps her hands over her ears, hesitates, then drops them, eyeing you balefully. Do not share the memories of fallen Lascars with others. It is not done. Understood? She stares to your left, weighing her response. Forget this memory. We do not let Outworlders visit the cortex for any reason. I guess that's it then. There's no way into the cortex chamber, and we're not the type to sneak in when everyone else's backs are turned. He then freezes. We aren't, are we? Why can't I visit the cortex? She exhales, teeth clenched, and looks up. Fury wavers like a trapped flame behind her eyes. We were not always so protective. That was before the other worlders tried to steal it a few years ago. She holds up a hand. Perhaps you're different. This does not matter. No Outworlder will ever be allowed to see the cortex again. Can you tell me anything about the Outworlders who tried to steal the cortex? She growls, sweeping a hand over her head. Clearly she regrets broaching the topic at all. We were foolish. They came to us through a portal from your world. We welcomed them as our guests, and showed them the anchorage, the cortex. Her hand is a fist at her side. One of them put hands on it. His friends attacked us, the anchorage burning, the walls with their fire.
I'll remember that.
Shaking her head, she continues. We killed them, of course, all except the one who touched the cortex. Him we questioned until he died screaming a word over and over. She watches your face. The word was Drakagen. What's that pinging noise? She looks at you strangely for a moment, as if she has no idea what you spoke of, and then comprehension comes. Ah, the signal. For so long I've heard it that I'd forgotten. We call for the ship. Perhaps it has been lost. If so, we light a beacon into the void. Tell me about the ship. Until the ship appears from the void and comes to take us home, we serve the anchorage, as did generations uncounted before us. Some fear the ship may never come, but we hold our eyes to the heavens in faith. She spreads her hands wide. Until that day we toil. When the ship comes, and it comes soon, it will find a welcome berth in our anchorage and in our hearts. How long have you been waiting for this ship? As long as necessary, Outworlder. She stops, retranslating your words. Apologies. We've waited for many families, many parents, my family, their family, and back many families before them. The cortex would know, surely, but I do not think we wait much longer. Something in the anchorage's air. It smells of our time here coming to an end. The ship will come soon. What is the cortex that you mentioned? A device sacred to us, she says carefully, her eyes on yours. It is our only connection to our lost home. She folds her arms and adds, we do not allow outsiders to see it. I mean no offense, but do not ask. Tell me more about the anchorage. The void is great and vast. It holds terrors. The anchorage is respite, a place of rest and safety. There were once many ships with many people. They came here, rested, refueled, took on passengers. Passengers traveled to many worlds around many stars, and then they stopped coming. But we remain. Tell me more about your people. We grew here on the anchorage, as did our ancestors for countless generations. Trapped here, they grew old, intermarried, raised families. Our laws came one by one as we built a new society here in isolation. We are military Lascar soldier sailors. We have hierarchy and strength. All know their place. All have the chance to ascend on merit. No favoritism. My own child is not even a Jem'Hadar. I do not review her records. I could lose my position for such an infraction. She shrugs. All families have such struggles. Such a family are we Lascars. We struggle against time, against memory, as we keep an eye to the sky, always dreaming of escape. Until then, we hold tradition of the civilization of home. Can I help you leave the anchorage? She smiles slightly. We are not searching for any port that will take us as refugees. We await the ship that will come for us. Our tradition tells us that home has not forgotten us, and that one day we will breathe its air again. Until we reach home, we will not. Until we can reach home, we will not. She chuckles. Could you summon the ship to us, or create a pathway to our native land? We would depart gladly, but not until then. Tell me more about your society. I lead. As captain, the anchorage is my command. Marriages I approve. I lead their rites. To me falls all responsibility for survival. But such duties are onerous. I delegate as captains did before me. So we have pilots, majors, Jem'Hadars, and others. They prove themselves through work, rise through the ranks. Every 10 years, those of higher rank may challenge me for my position. We speak to the cortex and match our minds. We solve scheduling, mathematical, logistical problems. Should my challenger win, I retire and advise. We cannot survive without cooperation. Alright, so there's something that we have to do about this helmet now. I'm going to go talk to Dracogen after I tell these people that they can go back to their anchorage. It's a very technologically advanced race in there, though. We'll also go explore the rest of it shortly, but I just want to move along that quest. Both quests, really. Go talk to Dracogen. Maybe punch him in the throat because he's a D-bag. I hate him. I don't know why I hate him. I'm sure he's not that bad of a guy. Maybe he is that bad of a guy. He seems kind of like he's got a finger in everyone else's business. And that is not cool. Hello, Lascar. Hello, Arechi. Sought have we, but alternate routes to the anchorage remain closed. Your fortune, has it seemed better? I found a maw in Little Nilish. It looks like it leads to your anchorage. For the first time, a broad smile cracks her face. A savior, truly, the opener of ways, who can rescue marooned travelers. She turns and speaks to her crewmates. Chalan Asken Tavweld. Gitsa. She turns back to you and presses a small device into your hand. It's useful, old but reliable.
I'll remember that.
What's a changing tool do? Anyone gain a level by chance? Nope. Alright, what's this changing tool? It is another cipher. Now we have cipher sickness. It has 3 uses. 150% on quick fingers, smashing, and that's it. Somebody else take this. There you go. Congratulations on your new thing.
Let's go.
Let's go talk to Dracogen.
Go.
Let's go deal with this little worm of a man, or whatever he is. Let's zoom in. Is he a man? He looks kind of like a man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's human.
Let's go.
Are you still interested in exploring the bloom, my friend? Word has reached these humble ears of a new maw opening near the court of Garkoto in Little Nilish. If that leads to the place I recall, which I had thought long ago, it may contain devices of great value indeed. If I did not have pressing business here, I should explore it myself, but I forget myself. What can I help you with today? I have heard that you sought the cortex from the anchorage before. He bows slightly. Indeed. As I mentioned, I have an interest in unique artifacts, and I occasionally fund expeditions to find these artifacts. When the bloom opened on the anchorage, I offered a reward to the team that could bring me interesting treasures from this location. Alas, the Lascars caught and prosecuted my employees. He smiles. When we have concluded our business with the amulet, I may have a proposition for you. I don't like him. What's a decanted? What seizes your eye first about this humanoid automaton is not the cunning construction of its slender limbs or the gleaming white armor that covers its chassis. It is instead the frozen human head that peers out from a frost-covered dome on the construct's chest. The head examines you carefully from head to toe. You feel a subtle warmth as the scanners inside the machine assess you. The voice that squawks through the grill mounted atop the construct's head is flat and expressionless. Greetings. We are called the Decanted. We are here representing buyers from our society. Our clients greatly value beauty and physical fitness. A distorted howl cuts its speech short. Apologies. Maintenance for this vessel has not been optimal in recent times. Rectification to be undertaken soon. To summarize, we seek beautiful creatures to honor them. Recently, a young slave was purchased from this pit. Our attempt to acquire it failed. It would have served as an excellent example of the style our clients seek: strong and muscled, but not bulky, athletic and conditioned. It eyes you, similar to you, but undamaged and naturally grown. You show signs of artificial growth, or we would offer you this honor.
I'll remember that.
Its grill squawks again with a plaintive noise. Apologies. Sorry about that, I had to cough. It makes a small adjustment. We are here that we might take on these subjects to Updarrow Suite. We offer a life of luxury, privilege, and pleasure for everybody. Accepts. It pauses. We offer great rewards. We require 3 individuals with aesthetically pleasing bodies. Perhaps we can be of mutual assistance. Why couldn't you have simply bought Cody directly? The auctioneer refuses our coins. He will not sell to us. The young man in the pit is no longer available. The girl buzzes angrily, then sparks again. Regrettable, such a transaction would have been mutually beneficial. Perhaps other specimens might be found here. Our clients will pay well. Any of my companions suitable? The Decanted idly looks over your party. None of them meet the standards of our society. Though no doubt proficient in their own ways, it trails off, as if uneager to give offense. Tell me about yourself. The girl buzzes his flat voice again. We do not have a personal appellation you would understand. Your people commonly refer to ours as Decanted. We achieve long life through these forms, you see, our heads separated and preserved. We need not retain our original forms to preserve the knowledge we carry. We can shed these bodies, but live on. This one has lived hundreds of years, though its original body is long since dust. That sounds oddly familiar. She looks down at her hands. I have to say that I prefer our sire's method. The creature looks at her oddly, assessing her again. Face too thin, eyes darkened artificially, no matter. Now within aesthetic standards. Skin mutable, unacceptable. It resumes its self-deprecating description. We admire beauty in all of its forms and seek to preserve it. We do this as a service to ourselves and as a service to the world, so that future generations can learn to appreciate beauty as we do. Okay.
Of course.
Well, we can't do that quest, obviously, because we gave Cody a job. Are we really 1 experience away from a level? No. 6. 6 whole experience away from a level. No one's really all that close to leveling up. We need to get better items for our dear friend Tiber. He sucks.
On it.
Okay, we'll work on that later. Anyways, we need to go get the magnetic amulet. Let's go do that right now, I guess. How hard could it possibly be? He said. 1 sec. I'm also just gonna see how long our first video was. Our first half of this video, 11 minutes. So we got,
Yes.
I don't know,
Now.
17 minutes to go or so. Good enough for me. We're going to Surgeon Slump.
I'm going.
Oh, we should probably tell him that the trading post is actually gone.
Sideways.
Fine.
Maybe they don't want to know that the
Happy to help.
that it's gone completely. It got eaten and moved towards the center of the bloom. Right, now we have to play the get past the guard game. This is the most annoying bug in the friggin' world.
All right. What now?
Forward.
How annoying is this?
Why not?
There we go. We're going back through the portal and into the Ascension. I'm not really sure what the Ascension is, but we're going to find out pretty quickly, I think. I'm sure it'll be very cool.
Yes.
Are we still under the effect of that bloom stuff? Yes, let's go talk to the tongues. Listen again. Even after drinking the water of the bloom, you can't hear the voices clearly. You'll have to make a more direct connection to the tongue. Touch them. You thrust your hand into the midst of the writhing tongues. They pass through it with a prickly sensation that dances through muscle and bone. With the water of the bloom coursing through your body, you can sense a difference between the voices here and the ones you heard at the maw. This particular tongue cluster has roots that extend throughout the chamber, and its whispers control their momentums. This round orifice is rimmed with rows of razor-sharp fangs. Human flesh and hair cling to some of the teeth. Ew. So basically everything here was eaten. This whole district has been just devoured by the bloom.
I'm ready.
But there is a portal up here, so we're gonna go in and see what happens.
I'll handle it.
Hopefully. It will be interesting. You emerge from the portal in an alien world. The air is thin and bitterly cold. The sun is a tiny white globe in the sky, casting dim light over a landscape of crystalline beauty. You see no sign of organic life, only glittering crystals in every direction. Well, this place sparkles like a very sparkly thing, and I mean that as a compliment.
Absolutely.
It's a big place. Relatively big map anyways.
Gladly.
So there's a path up there. Let's go take a look over here first. There's a guy named Doran up there.
All right.
Nothing down there. We can't get down to there.
Why, of course.
That is also unreachable at the unreachable at the moment. So I guess we're going up to talk
Like
to
a
Doran
whisper.
and everybody else. Finally, a new face. Where'd you come from, stranger? This tall, weathered man nods to you. He holds himself stiffly as if something will crack off if he moves too quickly. He glances at your tattoo and smiles. Hello, Castoff. I am Doran, prophet of the changing god. It's been a while since we've seen anyone come through here. What's your business in the Ascension? I'm looking for a circlet of dark hyaline material known as the magmatic analyte. Have you seen anything like that? He raises his eyebrows. Now that is interesting business. Sadly, I cannot help you. We've seen nothing but pretty lights. To be honest, I think that that is all there is to this place. What's it mean that you're a prophet of the changing god? A title only, he says, bowing his head in momentary respect. The cultists of the changing god believe that I have a special connection because I found some well-hidden secrets of your father's once. Between you and me, I just got lucky. What secrets? He waves it off modestly. Nothing that would interest you. An old workshop of his with some trinkets. I didn't understand any of it, but the cultists were ecstatic. They drafted me as a prophet and confiscated everything. Well, he winks. Everything I didn't sell first. Fair compensation for my efforts, you know. What are you doing here? Seeking, he says in a casual tone. We have it on good, though possibly outdated authority, that this place holds more of your father's secrets. We found nothing yet, however. Until we do, we are enjoying the sights and the silence, the crystals and the lights. He shrugs. Our pursuits have taken us to less pleasant places. Are you related to the cult of the changing god in Sage's Cliffs? We are cultists of the changing god, yes, though I'm afraid we have little to do with our colleagues in Sage's Cliffs. There is not a lot of oversight between our churches. Tell me about this place, he says, blinking. Very little. There are lights. There are crystals. There's no one to talk to and little of value to find. It's a lovely world, but I fear we might be wasting our time here. Are you sure you can't tell me anything? Okay, fine.
I'm there, in the shadows.
Let's go wandering around then. I'm sure there's more to this place.
Fine.
Like perhaps the giant crystal thing. This massive crystalline structure looks to be a shrine of some sort. Colored lights float about inside, each one like a tiny galaxy trapped within the crystal. As you approach, the crystal begins to hum. The resonations shake your skull. The humming shifts and increases until you hear a voice. Revel. The bright voice echoes around directly in your mind. It shudders. Uncertain and like someone trying to remember how to speak. Greetings, Pattern 1. I am the speaker. Welcome to the ascension of Kex Lianish. I am sorry, but the Oracle no longer exists. The lights pulse once, then a much deeper voice emanates from the crystal. Revelation. The Oracle was immortal. Time was the weapon that killed her. Something clicks or cracks within the crystal, and it speaks with the bright voice again. I regret that without the Oracle, I will have few answers for you, but I will do what I can. Why'd you call me the Pattern 1? A few of the lights pull together, creating a glowing circle in the air. No, not a circle, a pentagon, like your tattoo. Patterns are what we do, Pattern 1. Life is pattern, and your life more than most. Your thoughts hold a certain shape, a shape I've seen before. Oops, I hit a button. Shape I've seen before. There we go. The lights swirl and chime wistfully. A man came here though, long ago. He did some work here, I believe, or maybe he came to hide something or find something. He never revealed to me his true purpose. You said revelation in a different voice. What does that mean? You are mistaken. Speakers are not authorized to grant revelations without the Oracle's permission, and the Oracle is no more. You hear another crack from deep within the crystal, as harsh as ice breaking underfoot. The deep voice speaks again. Revelation. The speaker cannot hear itself give revelations. It stutters and falls silent for a moment before saying in the bright voice, I wish I did have some revelations for you, Pattern 1. Alas, the time is long past. A man who shares my pattern. I need to find something he hid. Do you know where it might be? I apologize, but I do not. Investigation was not my specialization, only speaking. The crystal vibrates once. The deep voice speaks. Revelation. The speaker can speak to all sentients, even those that did not exist at the time of its creation. Do you know anything about the other humans over there, Dorn and his companions? I do not, nor do they know anything about me. I will not speak with them. Its answer is surprisingly curt. Why? The lights inside the crystal dim slightly. I do not trust them. They don't taste right. You hear a sound in your mind, remarkably like a clucking tongue. I cannot explain it. Revelation, the deep voice adds, above a chorus of brittle snaps from within its body. The speaker tastes a strange pattern to one of the humans. Two patterns of thought, where one should be. What does it mean when you're the speaker? My full title was once the speaker for the Oracle of Kexlianish. It says the name with soft reverence. I heard questions from pilgrims, relayed them to the Oracle, and then conveyed the Oracle's answer via revelation. I give wisdom to this entire world. The crystal's light dims. Now I speak for nobody, and I have few answers to give. The deeper voice speaks again. Revelation. When the speaker dreams, it dreams of weeping. Sometimes the tears are made of light, others tiny black gems. Can you read my mind? No, but I can taste them. Among other things, that's how I know to speak in your language. What was the Oracle? You are standing on it, or what remains of it. The Kexlianish built the Oracle to answer the most difficult questions of existence. The voice grows wistful. Then the Lianish left. The Oracle remained for hundreds of thousands of years, for 100,000 years or so, before it broke down, I suppose. All that's left of the Oracle are the Phobits. Several sharp clacks resound within the crystal. The deep voice says, Revelation. The Phobits were not always sentient. Cognition? Would they have become so if the Oracle had not chosen disintegration? What happened to the Lianish? I do not know. They left one day, abandoning the Ascension entirely. Perhaps they ascended to a higher form of life. In any case, they did not need the Oracle anymore. What are Phobits? The lights dance within the crystal in a manner you can only interpret as proud. We are the Phobits, the sparkling lights you see inside some of the crystals. If the Oracle was a brain, then we were its neurons. Each one of us had our job, our own specialization. You can't speak to the others, of course, that is to say. They're perfectly intelligent, but they are entirely unaware of you. The only reason you and I can speak is because of my role as speaker. The others weren't made for communication or perception. The speaker throbs. The deep voice cuts in the air. Revelation. Common Phobits were used to store activation states and simple information. Some may still react to basic physical stimuli. If the other Phobits are sentient, then could you speak to them for me? Or at least make them aware of my presence? Of course. But they know nothing. I don't see what interpreting would. The speaker trails off, pulsing thoughtfully. No, there is a way they can help. Several Phobits in the area were in charge of transmission tracks, communication pathways, connecting the Oracle's smaller subsystems. When the Oracle passed, these pathways became obsolete, and the Phobits quiescent. But these tracks could serve as bridges to help you explore the area. The deep voice blooms. Revelation. Like humans, the Lianish also required physical structures for traversal. Only a few Phobits specialize in areas requiring this knowledge. The speaker is not among them. The speaker's bright voice returns. Try to interact with the Phobits. When you do, I'll ask them to deactivate or deactivate. They may not all be as helpful as we'd like, but I think you'll figure some way to get around. Okay. Let's go talk to some Phobits.
I'm going.
There's one there. There's also probably one here that's downstairs. I guess we're gonna use this one first.
I'm ready.
Perfect. Excellent.
I'm ready.
Some loot. There's a hyper-elutriated force. And some shins, of course.
Yes.
This crystalline structure is distinct from all the others. It looks older, more fundamental, but by no means basic. It is one of the more complex structures you've seen in this place. Large portions of it glow, emitting a low rumbling hum that you can feel in your chest. Blurry lights flit across the surface of its largest gems. Are you a phobit? A wave of force pulses out from the crystalline structure. Your body shudders with the impact, even though you can hear nothing. Can you speak? The crystals release another single pulse, jolting your body. You get the strong impression that the pulse means yes. This phobit is not like any other you've seen. It may not have the communicative qualities of the speaker, but it is trying to talk to you nonetheless. What's your function? The glow dims slightly, and the blurry lights on the gem surfaces disappear. You realize they weren't lights at all, but images the phobit was trying to show you. When they reappear, they show a flat crystalline plane. Then one by one, shards emerge. They bud and sprout in the shape of the other phobits. As you watch, they continue growing, creating ridges, walkways. In one corner, you see the speaker flower out of the crystals. In a matter of seconds, this entire region of the Ascension has taken shape, and the image before you, the phobit built it all. I'm looking for a circuit of dark, hyaline material, the magmatic annulite. Have you seen it? The large crystal pulses once. An image appears of a human figure walking through the Ascension into a cave. The details are too fuzzy to make out who it is, but presumably he has the annulite. After a while, he leaves the caves. The images move quickly then, the crystals growing and shrinking as time passes. Suddenly, the entire image shakes, and the cave's entrance is gone. When the cave entrance closes, it doesn't look like a simple collapse. Crystals grow up from the ground, as if they're intentionally blocking the way inside. Can you open the gate? The light from within the crystals freezes in place. The humming of the phobit ceases and stays motionless for some time. Finally, you feel the single pulse of force through your body.
I'm
Yes.
ready to learn something new.
Why did the cave close? The violet light dims for a moment, and an ominous pulse shudders through your body. An image appears of some multi-legged creature, clawed creature you've never seen before. Alright. That's not scary at all. I'm hoping that's going to open this path. Yes, perfect. I actually kind of really like this area. It's really
Won't notice I'm
cool
gone.
looking. I'm quite pleased with it so far.
I'm going.
There's the cave. There's a thingamabob. And some more loot. There's also loot up there. More shins.
Ready.
We're not going to go in the cave yet. I want all of the loot we can get
All right.
first. I think that's going to be it though. That's the last one. Shins, that's all. I was kind of hoping for something cool. Alright, well, let's quick save here. Actually, you know what? Let's full save here. Can't type, apparently. Eltimar. Let's call this Eltimar 1. Baddie. We don't know what's inside the cave, and I'm kind of concerned there might be something nasty.
Of course.
We're almost out of time. A pretty place, but imagine dying here. I don't want to die here. Okay, we're actually pretty close to being out of time, so I'm going to end the video here. In the next video, we'll do the Crystalline Cavern. We'll escape Ascension. We'll bring the Annulite to that one guy, and then we will, to Dracogen, I mean, and then we'll get his next mission, which is going to be something to do probably with the Anchorage, and then hopefully we'll have the chance to help the Anchorage people get rid of Dracogen, because I don't like him. Alright guys, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.